This is just a example of the colored lights and some of the mist. A lot of the mist is not on the tree, around the trees, but you can see some of the lights starting to come through. Now the moon is out, and one of the things I want to explore is fraction, um, and whether the light is refracting, whatever it's called, on Helen's camera, causing these colours. Now I've seen it throughout the video at times when the moon is under a cloud or behind a cloud. Um, so this is just a brief example. I can get you a more spectacular, is that the word? Probably. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so my vocabulary is not that great. Alright, so I'm going to try and pause it and get another one. Just a brief one. This is the light coming through. As you can see, the moon is starting to come out, but the colours were showing just beforehand, unless there has been the moon break from a cloud further across that we can't see. And just to let you see that there is some mist, which I call mist, which is centre around the trees, top of the trees. The block of trees on the right are not covered at the moment, although the top bits are starting to. Okay, so I'm going to okay, as you can see, the mist is coming down much more onto the block of trees on the left. There is a little bit of coloured lights at the top, but not too badly at the moment. But as they come and go, so as you see then, did you just see an orb shoot out of that? And I just don't know what to make of this, whether there is a scientific explanation. Certainly not for the mist, and for me that definitely is mist, and some of it is, you're obviously around the darker tree on the right, you can just see it. The other tree is not so as pronounced. Okay, I'm just going to pause again. Just briefly, this is obviously the moon is behind a thick carpet of clouds. There is the mist coming down onto the right, and as well on the other trees as well, it's much more pronounced. So whether the moon disperses some of the the mist, I don't know, but this is what we're seeing now. Is kind of, it's like cloudy. It's not dark, like the blackness. It's cloudy. It's like smoke. That was the word. And sometimes that can be similar to moonlight, but I just can't see it. But as you can see, there is some light showing here. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Okay, moon is really shining. The mist has gone down onto that darker tree on the right. It doesn't seem to come, and I haven't been able to find that. There's another occasion where it comes down, but I haven't yet been able to find it. But you've seen how it's come down and blocks that out. So the moon is quite bright, but there isn't a great deal of light. There is a little bit of light, but I would imagine there would be a lot more. Okay, I'm going to try and find the beautiful light. Okay, I think this is one of the better. It's not the best because I can't find the other one, but there is. You can see where the mist is covering. It does cover it much more than that, but you can see the lights. The lights coming. It's not as pronounced as it's becoming to, but there's no moonlight. And again, the only thing I can think of it's that further. Well, no, there isn't. There isn't any moonlight. It's covered. So I don't know what's causing that coloured light, but I will kind of have a look into it. I'm trying not to stay around in one place too long because I want you to get a good sense of what's happening. Now the moon's coming out and the light is getting a bit brighter, so that could link into my theory about refraction. Okay, this is where I started to feel really spooked by it, really, because this mist, although it's not completely covering the tree on the right side, it's really. I know it's darkened because there's no moonlight, but the colours on top, remember there's no moonlight, it's hidden away, and it just feels, there's lots of flashes, as you just saw just now. There's a few flashes later on that I want to try and capture. It's just probably there's one with the full light of the moon. It's just beautiful. So I want to show you that as the last one. But I this is not the best for the colours, but and everything I wanted to show you, but it gives you a good idea. So there's lots of questions. I think it's the first time I really felt spooked. I felt quite chilled by this. So it's quickly starting to lift, which again could be due to the clouds. But this mist now it's around coming down the trees, that's not clouds. I know that. Another bit. Obviously, some of this is the moon coming through, moonlight and clouds. I assume. But there's a lot of energy, and you also remember that on a full moon, the energy does increase. So it's not surprising that there is a lot of energy. That's why the insane, what was saying, people admitting. I remember when I was training to be a psychiatric nurse, we always used to say people go get worse on a full moon, and not every time, but it was true. The energies seem to affect particularly the women. Okay, that's the. This one is 104, 1 hour and 4 minutes. If you're interested in watching it a bit longer, it's very beautiful. Yes, the light is definitely more pronounced, so I think it is probably what I think it is. But we will see. I mean, this one's, you know, as well, it's clear as well that the moon light affects the colours, but it has affected the colours when it hasn't. But I think it is more pronounced when the light is shining. Okay, one more. I'm not going to bore you for too long. Okay, interesting. Here there's very little of that. There is a bit which could be um, taken down to the moon, but light. But there's very little of that kind of smoky. There's a bit, but not much, and it's starting to come back in again, and a little bit of coloured. Let me see if I can go back a bit and see. Yes, this is where I was wanting to show you. There's very, very little mist, and there's some moon, a little bit at the top, which I call mist. This could be very much clouds and moon lights, and there's a little bit around the tree. I disagree. I'm just getting tired now. Yes, it's crowding around the tree. I'm getting too tired for this. Okay, I hope I've given you enough to understand some of the questions that I have, rather than you having to go through the whole thing. Alright, take care.